Okay, can you guys hear me? Where's my camera? Oh my God, everything's falling apart. Hey everybody, Rabbi David here, your Torah tech guy, and welcome to Torah Tech Tips, where I strive to give you great tech for your great Torah. So the other day, I was teaching a class online. It was actually a class about using technology online, and everything fell apart. Literally everything fell apart. I've got two computers, they both crashed. My camera turned off. My microphone wasn't working. Everything fell apart. And there are going to be times when that's going to happen, when everything just falls apart. So I wanted to just kind of talk with you today about what do you do when that happens? I mean, sometimes you just roll with the punches, right? I mean, it is what it is. We can only do the best that we can do. If the internet goes out, if the power goes out, it's out. There's nothing you can do about that. But there are a couple of things that you can do in preparation for things going horribly wrong, right? So, for example, redundancy, right? Making sure that you have redundancies in place. So, for example, I've got two computers here. Now, I'm a little over the top, but I've got two computers. If one of them decides to crap out on me, I've got a backup. If that one decides to crap out on me, I grab the iPad from the other room. If that decides to crap out on me, I grab my phone. We all already have redundancies built in because we have a phone. And so as a last resort, maybe not even as a last resort, you could always jump over to your phone to get your Torah out, to get your message out. Redundancies in storage also. I remember many years ago, I learned that there's a 3-2-1 rule about storage, about backups, right? You should have 3 backups on 2 different medium, meaning like a hard drive or iCloud or something like that. And then at least one of them should be in the cloud. So 3 backups on 2 different media, and one of those should be in the cloud. I don't have 3 backups. I've got a couple. In different places. It's not, my system isn't perfect. But if one of my drives, I save everything on external drives. If one of my drives craps out, I know that I have everything from that drive backed up onto another drive. And I know that if for whatever reason Google decides to crash and I can't access Google, that I have all of my Google stuff backed up to another server somewhere else. There are services out there that will help you do this. Make sure you have redundancies in place. If your microphone breaks, have another microphone. If that one breaks, use the one in your computer. Redundancy is the key to making sure that you can get your Torah out. And that leads us to the second little tip, which is this isn't about the technology. This is about your Torah. What's important here is that if you have a message to share, if you have great insight, great wisdom, great Torah, great music, great whatever, great tefillah, great prayer to share, that's what people care about. Yes, the technology does matter. Having a good camera, having good audio, all of that stuff does matter. But people are not coming because you have a good camera. They might stay because you do, but that's not why they're coming. They're coming because they want to be with you. They want to learn from you and with you. So if all you can do is prop your iPhone or your Android phone up on a stack of books and stare at that, that might just be good enough. If what you're sharing is as powerful and as meaningful and as beautiful as I know it is. So redundancies, use whatever you can to share that Torah. Remember, it's not about the tech. And then also be willing to roll with the punches. Things are going to fall apart, right? You're going to try and screen share and you're not going to be able to share the right thing, or you won't be able to find that window, and that's okay. That's okay. The only other tip that I would offer is, and I'm guilty of this, is not to talk people through when things are falling apart. That is to say, in a perfect world, if I were streaming right now and something broke, something wasn't working, I wouldn't sort of give you a blow-by-blow of what's wrong. I would just continue sharing Torah. I don't think that the people need to know when I'm about to screen share, okay, let me grab my mouse and let me find the spot, and I'll click on that. Let's see, they're not interested in that. If you can multitask and continue to share Torah, maybe invite people during that time when you're doing that sort of navigating the technology. If during that time you can invite people to share their own thoughts or contribute or do whatever to fill some of that time, fantastic. You're going to have problems. There are going to be things that don't work. I don't think that it's valuable for our troubleshooting of those falling apart things to be a part of what we're offering. So I want to encourage you to try your best, and we have to train ourselves. We have to train ourselves to be able to multitask, to stay on point and remember what it's about and what your audience is here for, what your congregants, your students are here for. They're not here to watch you fiddle with your technology. That's why I've always said from day one, know your Torah, know your tech. It's as simple as that. You've got to know your Torah, but you also have to know your tech well enough to know when it's time to fix a problem or when it's time to say, you know what, let me just tell you what I want to show you because it's amazing. This text, this picture, this whatever, let me describe it to you. Things are going to fall apart. It's going to happen. Didn't happen so far today, unless it did. I don't even know, right? Sometimes you don't even know if things are falling apart. You're not watching yourself on YouTube. I probably should be keeping an eye on that, but I'm not. You don't know. But we do our best, and we have such rich, beautiful Torah to share. I want to invite you this Friday to join me as I welcome Yechiel Hoffman, Rabbi Yechiel Hoffman from Jewish Interactive. He has amazing Torah to share, and he's going to be with me on Unmute this Friday. We took a week off because I was traveling, and that doesn't happen. Yes, it does, Gloria. Yes, it does. All the time. I'm assuming you mean things going wrong. It happens all the time. Thank you for sharing that you have the perfect streams and the perfect Torah, because I know I don't. In any case, I want to invite you to join me for Unmute this Friday at 1 o'clock with Rabbi Yechiel Hoffman. It's going to be a wonderful discussion. And by the way, if you missed the Torah Tech Summit, it was this past Sunday. It was so fantastic. It was so wonderful, and it's all available. Go to TorahTechGuide.tv, TorahTechGuide.tv, and you can watch the entire, it was 6-something hours, but we split it up into chapters for you, so you can find just the sessions you're interested in. Leon, it's so good to see you. You're my Torah tech guy, Leon Scher. Oh my goodness. All right, my friends. Have the most wonderful rest of the day. Don't forget, please, please, please don't forget to visit TorahTechGuide.com. Like me on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, just so you can keep getting these tips. It's been such a privilege, such an honor to work with so many communities, so many congregations as they're kind of navigating these waters. I'm happy to be there for you also. Just let me know how I can be helpful. All right, my friends, love that smiley face. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.